Hello and welcome back. In this video, we will see how to use the Naviate Rebar extension for Revit 2021. And you can download this Naviate Rebar for Revit 2021 from the link given in the description. And it is a very useful tool, especially for structural engineers who are using the Revit for making the structural drawings. And first, we'll open up the new file. We'll create a new file in the Revit, and I'm going to use uh, yeah, I'm going to use the structural template, metric structural template. I'm going to use using this Naviate Rebar. It saves a lot of time. It because it automates the reinforcement based on the given values. Yeah, first, I'm going to create two columns and a beam. I'm going to use 415 to 600. Right now we are at the level 2, so I'm going to choose the depth to until till the level 1 and save it. And now I'm going to use the beam. And I'm going to just keep it up to level 2. Yeah. And now I'll just start from here and I'll just keep it. Okay, and now we have modeled the beam as well as the column. So now we'll switch to 3D view. Now we can see, and now we will use the Naviate Rebar. And now I'm going to use it for the beams. Now for that, first I'll just choose this beam and then I'll go to the Naviate Rebar and I'll just click on beam. Yeah, and here you can see the geometry of the beam, and here you can specify the stirrup size. If you don't have this size, you can modify it later. And here I'm going to use the span as one, and you can choose whichever the distribution you want. And I'm going to choose, yeah, and I'm going to choose this type because at the supports there will be a negative bending moment, so I'll provide the most reinforcement over there. And for the main bars, I'm going to use 22 mm, and here also I'm going to use 22 mm. And at the top, this is the lower and this is the top bar. And at the lower, I'm going to provide 2. At the top, I'm going to provide 3. I'm going to provide at the upper 2, and at the bottom, I'm going to increase it to 3. And this LA, I'm going to keep it as just 200 mm, and LB also 200. This one is also 200. I'll just keep it. And you can add the additional rebars. So I'm going to add it at the support and the right support because there will be a negative bending moment. So I'm going to add extra rebars. So and, I'm going to keep it has 200 over here, and this one is also 200. And the numbers I'm going to give it has 2, and here also 2. At the bottom, I'm going to use it only at the mid span. So I'm going to use 16 mm. So I just use 2 rebars, and yeah, and the distance I'll just keep it. If you want, you can modify it. And the reinforcement area, here it shows the amount of reinforcement which is divided at the 10 equal positions. If I want to keep it as 3, I'll just keep it, and you can see the reinforcement provided. Okay, but if you want, you can change it. and you can use the data from the analysis to enter the required reinforcement, and you can see what is the applied reinforcement. And now we'll just click on OK. And now you can see there is a reinforcement. And if you want to make sure that all the rebars are visible in the 3D view, just select all the rebars from the wireframe view. So make sure that you don't select the beam because beam should not be selected, because again you need to make it. And I'll select this one also. And now you can see everything is selected. And now I'll go and I'll just go to the graphics and I'll just tick everything. And now we'll click on OK. And now I'll select both the columns and I'll go to the Naviate Rebar and I'll just create a reinforcement for the columns. And now here you can see this, and here I'm going to choose 22 diameter and I'm going to use 4, and this one also 4, and I'm going to use the stirrup as 10 and you can choose the stirrup profile, and I'm going to choose the spacing as this one, or you can, and here you are having the option ties at up to slab or beam. Usually it will be done only up to the beam, and here you can choose the reinforcement. There is a shear spacing, there is a stirrup spacing. Here also in the columns here, that is the stirrup spacing should be minimum at the supports, because there is a maximum amount of bending moment and shear force. So here, or you can just use the uniform one. So if you want this, you have to specify the distance, and I'm going to use a mini uniform and I'm going to provide everywhere the same, and I'm going to provide 150 and you can provide the additional stirrups also, and the dowel I'm going to use it as this type. And here also you can see the reinforcement area at the 10 positions. What is the amount of reinforcement provided? And I'm going to click on 3 and generate 3, and you can see you can use the data from the analysis and check the provided reinforcement, that is the, and check whether it is exceeding or it is less than the analysis results, and then we'll click on OK. And now you can see all the reinforcement has been made, and I want all the stirrups to be visible in the realistic view also, so I'll just select all the rebars, both the main reinforcement as well as the stirrups. So all the stirrups are selected, and I'll go here and I'll choose the stirrups, and now I'll choose the main bars. Make sure you do not select the column, because if you select the column again you have to come and select everything. Yeah, and now I'll make sure that everything is selected, and I'll go to the graphics view in the properties, edit, and I'll just enable everything. Yeah, and now I'll go to the realistic view. First we'll just go and check with the consistent colors, and now you can see shoot the shaded also you can see, and now the realistic also you can see. Yeah, and here also you can see, and a Naviate Rebar is a very useful tool, and here you can see you can add it for the slab openings, retaining walls, for the pile caps, parapet and continuous footings, and even this for the spread footings. And you can also modify the amount, and you can, by using the default Revit's rebar tool, you can modify the things, or usually in the Naviate Rebar also you can modify it. See, when I click on the rebar, it shows the default Revit rebar thing tool which we can use it to modify it. And thank you for watching my video. Please do like and subscribe my channel for more videos like this, and comment below for any suggestions. Thank you.